welcome to the Coach Walk Classic. We are at the field house at Crimson Cliffs. 13 teams from across the region and the state have converged on Southern Utah for day 2 action. We just finished up. Dixie beat Logan 65-53, and now we turn our attention on the Cedar Reds, who has a first-year head coach. He was on staff, first-year head coach, Tyler Monks, and the Reds lost by 5 yesterday to Manti, and they take on Bountiful. Welcome into the Findlay Subaru pregame show. Devin Dixon, Mark Musgrave, and we don't have a lot of time, but we'll turn it around quick, and let's get excited about Game 2 here, Mark.
Yeah, Cedar, they're led by Boston Garrett, 14 points per game. Ty Bronson also has 12, and another double-digit scorer for Cedar is Stockton Albrecht. So they have 3 guys that are averaging in double digits. Cedar kind of spreads the love around as well. And they're going up against a 5A Bountiful team. They are 2-3. So we'll see kind of how the 3-3 4A team goes up against a 5A Bountiful 2-3 team. Should be a good one. Yeah,
and when you lost to a smaller classification school in Manti, you can kind of help your RPI out a bunch more by beating a bigger classification. It kind of levels itself out a little bit because we know the RPI is going to come out before Christmas, start of the week next week. And on the 19th is when they're going to release that. They were going to release it this week, but they pushed it back to the 19th. Not sure exactly why. Who cares where you're ranked going into Christmas? It matters going into the state tournament what your RPI ranking is. But this Cedar Reds team was kind of picked down a little bit in the region. But they still, like you just said, they still got a trio of stars, and the supporting cast is going to get better and better as they go. And you can't take a night off against this Cedar Red team. They're capable of winning night in, night out. They've been scoring quite a few points this season.
Yeah, again, they got 3 guys averaging in double digits, so they do spread it around a little bit. With the Red Hawks, now I have some Bountiful alum that I know really well, and they're not happy with the name change. So Red Hawks might not sound, it just doesn't come off the tongue as good as
I don't think
the Braves
I've
does.
done a game since they changed from the Braves to the Red Hawks. I actually don't think I have.
One of our management level is Bountiful alum, Mr. Brent Rao.
Okay.
So
we won't hold it against him.
He tells me all the time that he doesn't like it. But hey, Carson Smith, he's averaging 13 points per game, as is Sam Stevenson, 13 points per game as well. They beat Logan 79-60 in their last match.
That's a nice win.
Yeah.
That's a nice win. That was last night.
Right.
Logan playing their second game yesterday. But hey, you take a win and
absolutely
you move on, and they're looking to stay hot here in the Coach Walk Classic. And we've got the tip-off coming here in less than about 5 minutes. About 5 minutes and some change left here on the clock. Again, thanks to Findlay Subaru, our pregame sponsor. Findlay Subaru on the saving side of the freeway. Goes to the all-star lineup, sales, parts, and service. And we are excited to break this one down for you. As for Coach Monks, I don't think it's a tough transition to go from Coach Esplin to Coach Monks since he was already on staff. And Cedar starting 3-3. Coach Monks got to be pretty pleased with it right now, but he knows there's a lot of work to do if they're going to compete with the Dixies, the Snow Canyons, the Crimsons for a region title.
Yeah, the transition I'm sure was pretty simple, very similar to when the Dixie Flyers, who we just got done watching, when Cuff gave the car keys to Roberts. Smooth transition. It'll be the same way with the Cedar Reds as well.
Bountiful, though, they are ready to go. Big school, big roster. Watching them warm up. They got some guys that can really, really shoot it. And they're going to be taking on Cedar. Here we go. We're going to take another quick timeout. When we come back, we'll get you the Findlay Subaru keys to the games. We'll get you the starting lineup and the tip after this 2-minute timeout. More basketball in the Coach Walk Classic on the Fan Sports Network. Stay with us.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Hershey's Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. Hersh General Store, the Big A store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cass Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
656-0511.
Hey, we're back. Coach Walk Classic. It was a privilege and an honor to know Coach Darren Walker, big, longtime advocate, friend of all programs here in southern Utah. Did a lot of his coaching for Pineview, and they have named this tournament after him since his passing, I guess it's been 5 or 6 years ago that he passed away. Yeah. But definitely Coach Eves, a tip of the cap to Pineview and the family. They run and operate Heritage Catering. They always have hospitality for the players and the coaches and the officials and even the media members. I had a nice little dish of mashed potatoes and prime rib and chicken last night doing the game over at Pineview High School. And here we go. I think the food will show up a little bit later, Mark.
I'll be gone.
Oh, you will be?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got to go over to Desert Hills tonight. Got some PA duties to do over there.
Let's see.
They'll be playing Maple Mountain.
Yep, that's a 6:30 tip-off.
Yeah, 6:30 tip-off.
They beat Green Canyon last night.
Yeah.
Other games, what that makes me think, let's check the schedule. Pineview will play Manti tonight also at 6:30. And then as soon as we're done with this Cedar Bountiful game, we've got a JV game, and we'll have a break. But then we'll have Crimson versus Spanish Fork and then Dixie Riverton. And both those games will be right here on the Fan Sports Network and streaming on the fansportsnetwork.com as well as KSLsports.com. Real quickly, I haven't seen Cedar live yet this year. And, of course, this is my first time seeing Bountiful. So I don't know that I have any unusual specific keys.
Right.
You're getting into the holidays. You've got games under your belt. You definitely want to limit turnovers at this point in the season. You got to take care of the ball. And we'll see who can get hot from the three-point line. Dixie really shot the three well in the win we just saw. So maybe three's better than two.
That's for sure.
Where I went to school, and my math teacher, Mrs. Erickson, said three is higher than two. I learned that at a young age, Mark. And so I think the three-point shot might be a big factor in this one, too.
You know what? That's just new basketball as well. If you can't shoot the three, you're going to have a struggle winning basketball games. It used to, back in my day, you played inside to get those outside shots, and now it's kind of the opposite. The three-point shot opens up the middle, so that's what they look to do first. Yeah, if you can't shoot the three in today's basketball, you're going to have a tough time winning basketball games.
Today's game brought to you by Jason Baum, Bay Equity Home Loans, and proud sponsor of our long bomb of the game. We had one earlier in our first game. Roberts had threaded the needle ahead, and we got a Jason Baum long bomb. It's a little more difficult to get a long bomb in basketball than football because the court's 90 feet.
Right.
Instead of 100 yards. But we appreciate Jason Baum, and if you need a loan, he's your guy. We'll take a look at a couple of things. As always, we're going to be looking for our player of the game brought to you by Hersh Stores, our defensive play of the game brought to you by Morgan Pest Control, our Jersey Mike sub of the game, and our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game. So those are all some awards that we'll be looking for over the course of this game.
Not sure what the weight is here.
Not sure either. Both teams are kind of huddled up.
Yeah.
Maybe a clock issue of some sort or something on the floor. Here comes one of the trainers, and there's Looks like there's some
Okay.
blood on the floor or something, maybe. I don't know. We haven't even started, so hopefully there's no blood on the floor. Nobody better got hit in warm-ups, Mark.
Unless it was Dixie or from our previous game.
Yeah. So a little bit of a delay here. And the other thing I want to point out, if we get a dunk, we didn't have a dunk in the first game, but the House of Jump dunk of the game, when it happens, we'll give you a number you can text, and it'll automatically send you a 1 hour free jump pass at House of Jump, so you can go over there in the holidays and take advantage of that.
Dude, how cool is that? Thank you, House of Jump, for helping us out on our broadcast. That is awesome.
Yep. They'll also bring you the starting lineups, which we're about to get the introductions here momentarily.
Well, probably not intros, but...
No, but we'll at least get them for you.
We'll
pass
get them
along
for you. That's right. We'll intro them for you.
For Bountiful, it'll be number 2, Owen Gilman. Number 3, Danny Holland. Number 4, Sam Stevenson. Only 5'8", but one of their top scorers. Number 23, Carson Smith. And number 32, Charlie Smith. There is a lot of Smiths on
there really is.
This roster as well. For the Reds, it'll be Nathan Rogers, Stockton Albrecht. It'll be Ty Bronson out there, as well as, let's see, Nathan Rogers. Did I get Rogers? Number 33.
Boston Garrett as well. Did
Landon Kreitzer, and you're right, number 23, Boston Garrett. That's your House of Jump starting lineup. They encourage you to bounce off the walls. House of Jump. Kick to the corner, and Albrecht's going to hoist a 3. That won't go. Deep Karam, and the rebound controlled by the Bountiful Red Hawks. As we talked about, they changed their nickname a year or 2 ago.
This is the battle of the name change, the politically correct name change.
Yes, indeed. Inside, nice low block position. The bucket's up and good. Number
Boston.
33.
Oh, I thought that
23,
was
Boston Garrett.
Yeah. Boy, I like these Bountiful jerseys, though. Black with the red trim.
Shot won't go for Bountiful. And here come the Reds. Danny Holland missed that deep jump shot. A minute into this game, Cedar wearing the home whites. They are the home team for this game. Albrecht out top. Dribbles down, now a handoff. Shot up on Ty Bronson, and he can't get it, but an offensive rebound by Boston Garrett. Garrett in the middle of the key, and we got a jump ball. Jump ball brought to you by Luke Udy, American Family Insurance, Udy & Associates, your local American Family Insurance agency right here in St. George. All your auto, home, and life insurance under one roof.
Bountiful gets that possession.
The old alternate possession. Not a big fan of that.
Yeah, I know.
Especially late in games. I'd
Yeah.
love to see a jump ball.
Yeah, me too. And hopefully that's another change that's coming to high school basketball soon, just like the shot clock.
One step at a time, as there's a U First Credit Union 3 by Charlie Smith. The dagger from straight away, and down it goes. Into Albrecht. Stockton going to get double teamed, and he's going to have to jump pass out of it. To the Garrett, ahead to Rogers. Rogers ahead to Bronson. Bronson catch and shoot triple.
Oh.
Got it.
Boy, he was smooth on that one. Just a catch and release, no hesitation. Puts it in the bottom of the net.
5-3 on our Wilkinson's scoreboard. Wilkinson's House of Lighting. Light it up, Region 10. Since 1946, they've been a fan of local sports. Little teardrop, that won't go. And rebound controlled by the Reds. Nice.
Tell you what, Tyler Bronson with 2 nice plays down there. First got the block, and then on a second shot, a little intimidation factor.
Good ball fake, one hand, and a block. And one as the bucket falls through for Stockton Albrecht.
Wow.
Got to believe he was named after John Stockton, don't you?
Yeah, I think so too.
Nice pump fake, got the defender in the air. Never touches the hand to the second hand, just kept it in the right hand the whole way. And he gets the and one as the Fabulous Freddy's free throw drops through the net, and he gives a kiss to the crowd. I wonder if that's a little tribute, or if his mom's in the stands, or maybe a girlfriend. I don't know.
Right.
But he looked over here and did a little blown kiss to somebody in the stands. Out top, Braves working the half-court set. Now they drop it to the block. It's Carson Smith, baby right hook, and Carson Smith scores it.
The unguardable shot, the little baby sky hook.
Here come the Reds now. They got an 8-5 lead. Hit a couple threes. Bronson just hit one, and he hits another one from the same spot. Brought to you by U First Credit Union.
En fuego.
Ty Bronson.
He's feeling it. Keep feeding him.
And he's tall, so it's tough to block that.
Yeah.
You really have to be in closeout position to contest that shot. He didn't have a lot of space, but he knocked it down. 2 threes early by Bronson. 2 for 3 from behind the arc shooting for him. Down to 12 on the shot clock. Bountiful deep shot won't go. Rebound Albrecht. He wants to push. Ahead to Garrett. Garrett lost the handle, then gets it back. Kicks it to Albrecht. Albrecht to Rogers straight away. 3, and this time that 3 won't go from Landon Kreitzer, the junior. And here comes Bountiful all the way in with the English.
Oh, my.
What a shot by the shortest guy in the game right now, Sam Stevenson.
I think that came off the top of the backboard. Look how high up that was. My goodness.
Perfectly placed, high off the window. You're right.
With great English.
11-7, and Cedar gives it right back. And here come the Red Hawks. I keep wanting to say the Braves,
Me
Mark.
too.
Inside, low block position, backing his way down. Now up and under from the right side with the right hand, and he got it. And one opportunity for Owen Gilman.
Wow, that was a nice move. Beautiful shot. Takes the contact, kept his body control, and nice little kiss off the glass.
Already 4 different players have scored for Bountiful, but he can't get the Fabulous Freddy's free throw. There is a whistle and a lane violation on Kreitzer. So Landon Kreitzer steps in and he gets another attempt here.
Now, I know this is a strange comment, Dev, but this official I've seen a few times, and he is actually really fun to watch. He just has really good energy, man.
Got to take control of the game.
Kind of reminds me of a Harlem Globetrotter.
The second free throw is good, and so it's an 11-10 game here between the Red Hawks and the Cedar Reds. Both teams have recently changed their nicknames. That should be pointed out. Not just Bountiful. We're talking about them, but Cedar dropping from Redmen to Reds. Inside to Albrecht. Pump fake and left it short. Rebound fought for, controlled by Bountiful. Here they come. Into the front court goes Danny Holland. Leave it for Charlie Smith. He's already hit a 3. Instead, it'll be Sam Stevenson with a U First Credit Union 3-pointer.
Wow.
13-11. Bountiful has the lead. High post is Bronson. Bronson, hand off to Rogers. Mr. Rogers gets it back up to Kreitzer. Kreitzer slipped, but doesn't travel. Rogers gets it, now gives it back. Triple threat position. Landon Kreitzer, nothing available. He's going to pass to Bronson. Shot clock winding down. Boston Garrett. Kick pass out of bounds to nobody. Turnover Cedar, and the shot clock was winding down.
Wow, good defense by Bountiful there. They had Cedar scrambling that whole possession.
So fresh shot clock, and here comes Bountiful with the 13-11 lead. Glad you're with us here on the Fan Sports Network. Remember, you can watch this game. If you're listening, you want to watch this game, just go to our website, thefansportsnetwork.com. Also send the feed up to KSLSports.com as well. Lots of ways to access today's broadcast. 3 from the right wing. That won't go, out of the hand of Tanner Crane, who just checked into the game. And loose ball foul, and it's going to be back to Cedar. Foul goes on number 30, Thane Thompson, who also just checked into the game. Now, who's taller, Thane or Stevenson? They're 5'8" is Stevenson, and number 30, Thane Thompson, is 5'9", so Thompson's got him by an inch. Also checking in to the game, number 5, Sawyer Crane. Up and under, and a beautiful move by Ty Bronson.
He put him in the popcorn machine, got him in the air, and then went up underneath him.
Tied at 13. Left wing 3, that won't go. Offensive rebound by Crane. Kick to the corner. Drive, pass to the free throw line, jumper, left shot won't go. That's another wholesale substitution is Faletau Sadaala with the missed shot, but another offensive rebound. And that won't go. Loose scramble. Sadaala fighting for it, but it's Garrett that grabs the rebound. Here come the Reds, tied at 13 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. 1:35 left to go in the first quarter. Albrecht terminates the dribble. Kicks it over to Garrett. Garrett right to the middle. Kreitzer set three. It's in the air.
Oh.
Got it. You First Credit Union 3, Landon Kreitzer.
And nothing but net on that one, too. Beautiful shot.
16-13. Cedar has the lead. 1:18 left in quarter number one. Nice pass. Baseline. Kick it to the outside. Attack the rim. Shot won't go. Might have slipped out of his hand. No call. Here comes Ty Bronson to the corner to Albrecht. He'll hoist a three. And it skips off the rim to Bountiful. Bountiful quickly ahead. Trailing the play. Driving in with the right hand and scoring it. That was Zach Irene. And now we got a whistle and a foul.
You know, Irene had a wide open layup. I think he was surprised by...
I thought he made it. I don't know how that didn't come off the rim.
I think he was surprised by the lack of defense and the lack of contact on that drive.
And then Irene commits a foul.
Yeah.
To add insult to injury. Albrecht ahead. Good catch there. And Reds will reset a little bit. Over to Albrecht. That three won't go. Offensive rebound. That shot won't go. Put back again by the Reds. That won't go by Coronado, who just checked in. And finally Bountiful comes out of there. 16-13 Reds. 33 seconds to go. There's about a 5-second differential shot clock. And now the shot clock will go off as a takeaway by the Reds. Then lost out of bounds. Back to Bountiful.
Boston Garrett with some beautiful hands down there for Cedar with the steal. And then they gave it right back.
A few turnovers here early on. Looked like maybe Cedar was going to get the final shot of the quarter if they wanted it. Now Bountiful can have the final shot of the quarter if they want it.
Yeah, shot clock's turned off.
Clock down to 18. Drop it down inside. Sato Ala. And he can't get it to go. And now Cedar will get the last shot with 10 seconds. Still in the backcourt. Now across the timeline goes Albrecht with 6. Whip it to the corner. Now with 4. Bounce it to the middle. Boston Garrett had it stripped and stolen, and that'll do it for quarter number one. We'll take a 60-second timeout on the Wilkinson scoreboard. 16-13. Cedar has a 3-point lead over Bountiful on the Fan Sports Network.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main and
Our
Cedar City.
fabulous, only full-service car wash in town. Voted best of Southern Utah. Stop by Bluff or River Road for detail services like shampoos or waxes. Don't forget, with every wash, get 10 cents off per gallon of gas at Fabulous Freddy's.
Hey, we're back, everybody. High school basketball presented by the Boulevard. Shop smart, shop at the Boulevard. Santa saving days are in effect, so go check out the big sales event going on at one of the multiple Southern Utah Boulevard locations from Mesquite to Cedar and a couple locations here in St. George. And a quick turnover by the Reds, and Bountiful will take over. Cedar up 3.
I was just at Boulevard Home last Saturday for one of our sister stations. I love those guys over there, man. They are a great, great place to be at.
And the three-pointer won't go, and it's saved. And a nice save, and now Cedar takes over into the front court. Kick pass by Easton Albrecht. They get it over to Garrett. Garrett's going to take a triple. You can tell Cedar loves to take the three, and everybody's got green light.
Yeah, they're not afraid to launch it up there, that's for sure. Albrecht with a nice move, but can't quite finish it.
So Ty Bronson will take another three after they got the rebound, and that goes out of bounds back to Bountiful.
Wow, what an aggressive block out by Owen Gilman for Bountiful. He was not going to let that Cedar Red get that save going out of bounds.
Braves will walk it across the timeline. It's Sam Stevenson. He'll get it over there to Gilman. Gilman triple threat to Owen Gilman, and it'll be a 3 and nothing but the bottom for Danny Holland. Number 3, Danny Holland hits the triple. Brought to you by You First Credit Union.
What a matchup so far. 16-16 tied up here. Just getting underway here in the second quarter.
Haven't settled a thing, have we? Oh, alley-oop lob. Albrecht to Bronson, and he gets it to go. It wasn't the alley-oop dunk, but it was almost a reverse lay-in off an alley-oop.
To catch it and release it in the air with the reverse was a tough shot. Made it look easy.
Braves can't answer at the other end with the deep shot that's no good. So Cedar up by 2, 18-16. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the first half. Inside, and Boston Garrett is fouled. Shot wouldn't go, but he'll head to the stripe for 2. Look at our replay there.
Oh, yeah.
Got him on the arm. So 2 free throws coming. That was Freddie's free throw line. If you download the mobile app, you get the best wash they have for free. Stop in, show them you got the app, and you get a free car wash. You don't want to be riding dirty when Santa comes to town.
Now, what if you already have the app?
Well, you just show them you downloaded it.
Okay.
I don't know. You're on your honor.
You're on your honor is right.
And they do have the coupon books on sale right now. They're all 30% off. Driving lane good for Boston Garrett. It seems like there's been a Garrett in the program at Cedar for decades, doesn't it?
I agree with you on that for sure.
Driving, that shot on the run, short, out of bounds, back to the Reds. Cedar has their largest lead of the game right now, a 5-point cushion with 5:44. If you're just tuning in, earlier you missed a good first half, hotly contested, but Dixie pulls away in the second half and wins 65-53 over Logan. Our Region 10 score updates brought to you by Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court. See all the training packages to take your kids' game to the next level. NetsOnFire.org. Straight ahead, Easton Albrecht dumps it down low. Now a kick out to Kreitzer. He'll leave it short on the 3 attempt. Offensive rebound. They are hitting the offensive boards.
Hey, long shot, long rebound.
On the left wing, Rogers moving the ball to the corner. Good ball movement here. And now Kreitzer's going to take another deep 3. That's too strong. Rebound Sam Stevenson. Stevenson's going to lob it high, too high, out of bounds. Trying to climb the ladder was Charlie Smith, but he couldn't bring it in.
Well, you're exactly right, though, Devin. This Cedar team, they have a green light. Anybody, it seems like the whole team has a green light to shoot it from wherever they are. If they have an open look, they're releasing it.
Yep. Not shooting a lights-out percentage right now, but they have had good looks, and they've made just enough.
Well, and Kreitzer on that one, he was a good 6 feet beyond the three-point arc.
21-16, under 5 to play first half. Cedar on top of Bountiful in the Coach Walk Holiday Classic.
There's another one.
Another 3 taken. That won't go. And rebound to Charlie Smith. Bountiful wants to push. Danny Holland with it. Cross court to Stevenson. Stevenson to the middle. Spin move. And beautiful little scoop shot off the window for Sam Stevenson. Take a look at that one again. That was a pretty little play. Maybe he got away with a little travel and timeout on the court. And timeout's brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Here's that little scoop shot. We've seen a couple nice plays by Stevenson. Cache Valley Bank will keep it right here. And that cuts Cedar's lead down to 3, 21-18.
Yeah,
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
That lost yesterday out of Region 10 was Cedar. They lost 65-60 to Manti, and Snow Canyon lost to Logan 57-50. Every other Region 10 team won. Crimson in overtime with a win. Dixie won. Crimson and Pineview all winning. Good day for the region. Pass down low, and it's stolen away. Here comes the Red Hawks. Smith. And Charlie Smith scores it, and one opportunity they call a block down low defensively.
And Devin, maybe it's my Region 10 goggles, but I really thought that Gilman, or actually Albrecht was there.
Look, he's there. He turns. He's sliding.
Gosh darn it.
He got back there plenty of time, but then he kind of just took a couple extra strides to get wider. You could make a case either way.
Well, you know what?
Free throw's no good.
Going to be Cedar ball.
Free throw's no good. Bucket counts, though. And it's 21-20. Reds lead by 1 with possession.
Boy, tight game.
Inbound to Rogers. Guarded by Stevenson. They want to trap him. He terminates. Gives it up. Here's Easton Albrecht dribbling through traffic all the way to the middle of the floor. Tries a no-look bounce pass, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it'll remain Cedar ball. Off the foot of a Red Hawk.
Triggering it in will be Camden Coronado. Ammon York into the game. Rogers, Kreitzer, and also Easton Albrecht on the floor for Coach Monks. Did they want a reset of the clock because of the kick?
On a kick, it resets to 24.
So they will. That's what they're saying. So they adjusted it. I think they put 35, and I think they wanted to move it down to 24. Into York. Just a junior. And now a whistle, but they lost it, and now we got a foul.
They're going to put that one on Easton Albrecht.
You see what happened here is he got a tip on the inbound. Stevenson goes to a spin move. And then did he just impede his progress? The ball was actually loose, and Stevenson was trying to go down and find it somewhere. Now Stevenson's lost his dribble. He's got to get some help. He does. And now Stevenson gets it back. Kick at the left wing. 3 in the air. That won't fall. Rebound fought for. Knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to the Reds. Good look at a shot there for Carson Smith, but he couldn't find the range.
Well, I was watching Smith and Kreitzer just battle down low just a little bit earlier. I'm going to keep an eye on that battle because they were kind of getting a little feisty with each other.
Oh, and a steal. And a pass, a beautiful feed. And that lay-in is up and good by Carson Smith. But how about the helper from Danny Holland?
Yeah.
Wow. Lead pass ahead, and Cedar gets a breakaway bucket there. Boston Garrett with the lay-in.
Back and forth right now, Devin.
23-22. Cedar by 1. Stevenson in the corner. Gets to the middle of the court. Turn facing Charlie Smith, trying to lob it down low. Does. Shot up and in. Nice strong move in the paint by Owen Gilman.
Yeah.
And the feed from post to post was pretty good by Charlie Smith. Red Hawks up 1, 24-23 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Jump stop, and they say, travel.
Ooh. I kind of thought both feet landed at the same time.
See if we can take a look at that one again. Let's count this to one. Didn't quite see that whole frame, but tough call. Official thought it was a travel. We'll go with it. 24-23. Bountiful has the 1-point advantage and the possession here. Smith driving hard to the middle on Kreitzer. Off the window, too strong. Rebound fought for, controlled by Stockton Albrecht. Stock ahead to Garrett. Drop it in. Bronson, spin cycle move. And he can't get it to go, but he's fouled.
Nice spin move.
Tough.
Ty Bronson. That was a beautiful spin.
Tough when you're going away. Watch Bronson. He's going away from the basket with the offhand.
Yeah.
But he got hit on the arm, so that's why he couldn't get the and one. And a good call by the official there. Free throw up and in from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. And the second one is good as well. So Ty Bronson has 12 of the 25 Reds points, almost half. 2:18 left in the second quarter. Stevenson, only 5'8".
Dude, he
goes down low to Smith, and a little baby hook. Good by Smith.
That was my shot, Devin. That little baby hook. I love when I see players do that, young players.
I never had a hook shot that I could rely on, unless I was playing a game of horse in the backyard.
Kreitzer with a nice fake.
Yeah, and then buries the mid-range J. Nothing but the bottom for Landon Kreitzer.
That was smooth for the big guy.
Take a look at that one again. Holbrook asphalt replay.
Gets him in the popcorn machine. Goes around. Wow.
Full timeout, but we'll take a 30. You don't want to miss a thing. Just a couple minutes left in the first half. Tight one here in the Skip Walk Classic. Cedar up by 1, 27-26 on Bountiful here on the Fan Sports Network.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC.
.com and just look for their red trucks.
We are back live here. Game 2 of 4 games today on the Fan Sports Network. Nobody bringing you as many games as us in the Coach Walk Classic. That's why we do it. We love hoops. We want to get you all ready for the holidays. Happy holidays from all of us here on the Fan Sports Network. Hopefully you got your wish list to Santa Claus in the mail on the Polar Express. Hopefully he'll bring you what you want. You don't get a lump of coal this year. Inside, Braves going to work. Smith backing way down. Actually, that's not Smith. That is Owen Gilman, and it's a takeaway. Here comes Kreitzer. Reds want to run. Kreitzer, Euro step finish off the window. Landon Kreitzer's been very active in this game.
Yes, he has.
29-26. Reds by 3. Stevenson trying to change that. High arcing shot. Got the foul on Bronson. He's crafty. He's not big, so he has to use his body to his advantage. He kind of initiates the then fades away. And almost got the N1.
Yeah, no, watching Stevenson play, he plays a lot bigger than 5'8" or 5'9", whatever he is.
You have to be creative to get good looks when you're giving up big height. I mean, he's giving up 7-8 inches there to Ty Bronson. What's Ty go? Ty is listed, oh, they don't have the height listed. I'd say 6'4", though.
Yeah.
First free throw, no good. Second one from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. That one, no good as well, so he missed a pair. Cedar with 110 trapped. They get it in the front court to Garrett. Ahead to Albrecht. Albrecht patiently pops it back outside. Boston Garrett hoisting a 3. That rattles off the rim, no good. Rebound Stevenson. Here comes Bountiful. Bountiful guard, beautiful dish, finishing.
Beautiful pass by Stevenson down low. When you give a big guy a nice bounce pass like that, you make it so much easier and one.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main in Cedar City.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in Southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Halftime presented by Rally Stop. Devin Dixon, Mark Musgrave hanging out here at the field house. Neutral site game. Cedar and Bountiful playing in this Coach Walk Classic. And again, Bountiful did beat Logan last night, but then Manti got Cedar. So Cedar's trying to avoid losing 2 in a row, and Bountiful's trying to go to 2-0 here in the tournament. And, of course, we're halfway home, and it's a one-point game, so a tight one. Nobody really separated much at all. I think the largest lead in that first half was Cedar by 5.
Yeah. Oh, the mic, I'm turned off here.
Got to check. Got to check your mic. Did you grab the wrong one?
Oh, I think I did.
Maybe. I don't know.
I did. That's exactly
That's what he did. Yeah.
All right, here I am. I'm here.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
We had 3 headsets up here. In Mark's defense, they all look the same.
They look identical.
Yeah.
I grabbed the wrong one.
You grabbed the one that I had turned off.
Yeah.
That was my fault. But it's a tight one.
Yes, it is, and it's been back and forth. My goodness, there were probably 5 or 6 lead changes in that first half between Cedar and Bountiful. Yeah, fun game. I'm looking forward to a really cool finish here, Devin.
Let's check the stats.
Let's do it.
By Adams Wealth Advisors. And Stockton Albrecht has 3, 5 for Boston Garrett. Red's got 9 from Landon Kreitzer, and Ty Bronson has 12.
Yeah, Bronson and Kreitzer have really looked really good for the Reds, and I like Stockton Albrecht as well. He's a baller on both sides of the court. He feeds these guys. And again, one thing I've noticed with this Red team, is they're not afraid to launch it from anywhere, from three-point land. They have a green light, and they use it.
No question. And didn't shoot a great percentage, probably about 30%.
Yeah.
But Bronson did hit a couple triples. That's why he leads the way with 12. That leads all scorers. You look at Bountiful in the first half, 5 for Gilman, 8 for Sam Stevenson, 3 for Danny Holland, 3 for Zach Irene on an old-fashioned three-point play, 6 for Carson Smith, and 5 for Charlie Smith. So 6 different players have combined to score 30 points. 4 players have combined to score 29 points for the Cedar Reds at the halfway point.
Right.
Hey, real quickly, I want to remind everybody that Saturday, December 31st, Gridiron University is bringing all-star football back to St. George. 3 games. The 8th grade Rising Stars games at 10, Utah versus the West in the freshman all-star game at noon. That'll be followed by the senior showcase. Utah's taking on the Inland Empire. Kickoff Classic, 3 games, 1 ticket. You can get your tickets right at the gate at Dixie High School on New Year's Eve, or you can learn more at giufootball.com. And mark your calendars for the Martin Luther King All-Star College All-Star game, January 16th. It'll be right here at Crimson High School, and the details on that game at giufootball.com. As well.
Now, Devin, something you might not know about me is I am from the Inland Empire.
Of California?
Of California, San Bernardino, Riverside, Fontana, yes.
Okay.
And so
You've been here long enough. We won't send you back to California.
Heavens no. I'll be certainly rooting on my
Utah
boys.
Well,
absolutely.
and that's a college. No, that's the senior showcase that I said, the Inland Empire, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It'll be interesting to see, will Tyden Morris be a running back in that game?
Right,
Will some of the Snow Canyon Warriors, Crimson, Desert Hills players, some of the good teams in our region, it's all-stars from all over, but I got to believe there's going to be a lot of local talent in that game on Saturday, December 31st.
There usually is. I've had the privilege of announcing that for Gridiron University, so I've been involved for the last 3 or 4 years, and
this is the 4th annual.
It's the 4th annual,
year.
And I can't remember if I did the inaugural one or not, but yeah, it's always a fun day spending at Dixie High School and announcing that. It's a lot of fun if you can do it. Get over there, watch some of the talent, not just the senior showcase, the freshmen and the 8th grade all-stars too. All 3 games are always fun to be a part of.
Just a reminder, we do have one Nets on Fire final score from earlier today. Dixie beat Logan 65-53. They improved to 7-1 on the season. Kyle Lemke led all scorers with 18, but very balanced. 13 for Southwick, 13 for Grant Carter. Jordy Roberts had 7 points, but probably had 9 assists in that game. And just another cruise from control win for Dixie. They look really good right now.
It was, and that was something that I had made note during the game is that Logan just couldn't break that 7 to 8 point barrier. Dixie had control pretty much all of that game.
It was like a 11-point game with about 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third. And we said, hey, this is the Bose Auto Parts crucial part of the game.
Yeah.
And then Dixie, boom, they went the other way, got it up to a 20-point lead.
Exactly.
And it was lights out in the fourth quarter. They just cruised. And really the final score was a little closer because Coach Roberts and the Flyers play again later tonight, so he was trying to rest his starters as much as he could. So he had all his subs in the last 2-3 minutes of the game.
You don't think these 16, 17-year-olds need rest, but they do.
Yeah.
They got young legs, but, man, when you play 2 games in a day, it wears on you for sure.
We are at the half. We'll take one final 60-second timeout, come back with the second half action. Cedar trails Bountiful by 1, 30-29 on the Fan.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main.
Look for
in
their
Cedar
red
City.
trucks.
Put 8 minutes on the third quarter clock. Let's play some more holiday hoops here in the Coach Walk Classic. Bountiful, a 1-point lead, 30-29, and they have the possession. We are underway. Second half action presented by the Boulevard Home Furnishings. Appreciate Rally Stop for bringing halftime. Adams Wealth Advisors getting you some of our halftime statistics. Shot won't go, and Cedar will now have their opening possession. Cross-court kick to the corner. Good look for Kreitzer. And Kreitzer buries a U-first three, and there's a loose ball foul underneath. Three should count, I believe. They're going to call Boston Garrett, and it looked like Stevenson kind of sold that as they were both fighting for box-out position.
Yeah.
But the three will count, and Cedar's up 32-30 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Outside. Here we go with Irene. Drop it down low to Nix. Or excuse me, that's Carson Smith. Outside three from Crane, no.
Open look, just couldn't drop it there.
Rogers, hounded, slows it up now, brings it across half court. Spin move to a flip pass to Garrett. Boston Garrett, the senior, kicks it to Kreitzer. Kreitzer looking for a pass. Kreitzer's only a junior. Inside, Albrecht trying to hold position and then receive that pass, and he couldn't do both. Turnover, Cedar.
Yeah, Kreitzer's a good-looking player. He's certainly grown up a lot since last year when I saw him.
Whip pass to the corner to Smith. Now he'll skip it over to Crane. Tanner Crane, right-hand lay-in, and goes off the window.
Between Kreitzer and Bronson, nice shot.
Now they pick up a little full-court man. Now they come to try to trap, so Rogers throws it ahead to Kreitzer, who will hoist the three and hit another U-first three.
Wow, back-to-back. Bountiful might need to back off of that full-court press if they're going to leave shooters like that open.
Kreitzer all of a sudden has, let's see.
I think 15?
He had 15. He's hit 2 threes. He had 9 at the half, and he's hit 2 threes. And we've got a quick timeout. Brought to you by Cache Valley Bank.
Let's just kind of keep an eye on that as this game progresses, Devin, because, you know, with how close it's been, you hit back-to-back threes. That could be a Bose Auto Part crucial part of the game right now. You know, it's given Cedar a 3-point lead, which is one of the biggest leads of this ball game so far.
Yeah, no question about it. We've seen some runs, some swings, but nobody's had more than a 5-point lead. It has been close throughout. Both teams are kind of trying to find that momentum swinging sequence or run. And Kreitzer hitting those couple threes. It's helped out, and he almost got a steal there.
Backside defense right there.
Inside, Crane. Whip pass back outside to Smith. Smith. Irene mid-range J. Yes, sir. Zachary Irene.
That looked really nice from the moment he caught it. He just had really good rhythm.
Ahead to Kreitzer. Kreitzer will now dribble it into the front court. Looking to post up Albrecht to try and take advantage of his size over Sam Stevenson. Kick it back out. Little runner by Rogers. Way too strong. Rebound Bountiful.
Looks like he kind of forced that one up, Dev.
Red Hawks go down to the baseline. Irene, another mid-range J. This time, though, from the baseline. He can't find the mark. Outlet ahead to Kreitzer. Kreitzer had to go off his foot out of bounds. Turnover, Reds.
Again, Cedar got that momentum with back-to-back threes by Kreitzer, but then here comes Bountiful again. They kind of slowed down, and that momentum is for sure.
35-34, and Bountiful takes the lead right back. It's Tanner Crane with a little teardrop. And they got to get the ball in, and they finally do to Kreitzer. Lead pass ahead to Albrecht. In front of everybody, easy lay-in. That's how you break the press.
Another lead change.
Back and forth we go. 37-36 on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
Probably got away with a travel right there.
Another three, this time by Bountiful's Charlie Smith, and they quickly jump into the full-court trap. Rogers gives it up, gets it back. Now lead it ahead to Ty Bronson. Bronson reverse lane. That was pretty. Ty Bronson, I see you.
My goodness, tied up here.
Bronson with a nice reverse, and Stevenson trying to answer with a triple, can't. Rebound Kreitzer. Rogers to Kreitzer. He wanted, I think Coach Monks wanted Chrysler to fire that. They might have had a lay-in. Spin move by Albrecht. He'll jump past it ahead. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Albrecht. As he left his feet to make the pass, as he came down.
Here we go right here.
He hits Crane.
Yeah.
It's a good call.
Yeah, it's a good call.
He stayed put. He took it. Sometimes when you leave your feet, you do have that happen. You see that play quite often. Smart defensive play.
Emin York came in for the Reds, checked in.
Down low, they go to Irene. Irene, baby hook, got it.
Oh,
pretty move.
That is nice, and it's unguardable.
Zach Irene, he's got 7. Whip pass, break the pressure defense that Bountiful's been in. That's the big adjustment. They're like, let's make Cedar handle the ball. And now they get a steal. Cedar is not strong with the ball right now. Inside, Crane, tough move, and great finish. They let him play a little bit, too.
Yeah, they did. There was a little bit of contact there. Crane kept his body control.
3:44 to go here in the third quarter. 39-43 our score. Redhawks, 4-point lead. I think this is their largest lead of the game, actually.
I think so, too. Kreitzer with the penetration.
And they call the block.
A block on Bountiful. Kreitzer's going to exit out of the game.
Ty Bronson back in. They get it in right underneath the Bronson. Easy lay-in. He almost had to slip away, but he got it to go.
Yeah, he didn't catch it cleanly, but he gathered it and put it back easy.
Bronson's now got 16 points. That's a game high, Mark. And a lot of it in the first half was behind the three-point line. A lot of it now coming in the block, and there's Sam Stevenson.
Again.
Deflection out of bounds. It'll stay with the Reds.
I've been really impressed with this Stevenson kid. He plays a lot bigger than his size. He is crafty.
Well, I've been impressed with this press. I mean, Cedar has not broken enough times to get Bountiful out of it.
Yeah.
They finally get it across half court, and then they get a steal, but
almost
lost out of bounds after he started to dribble. Irene almost had it. And they would have had a 2-on-1 at worst case scenario there if he could have stayed in bounds. Rogers grabs the inbounds. 45-41, Bountiful leads. Rogers a little out of control, never really had a chance to shoot that smoothly. And transition lane, good by Tanner Crane.
Well, this is definitely the biggest lead of the ball game for any team. 6 points right now for Bountiful, 47-41.
Garrett goes to York. York kicks back out to Albrecht. He'll take the triple. And
boom.
Splash.
Wow.
You First Credit Union 3 by Stockton Albrecht.
That's a way to get back into it. Cut that lead in half.
Yep, 47-44. 2:27 to go in the third quarter. Entertaining game between Bountiful and Cedar here on the Fan Sports Network and streaming on the fansportsnetwork.com. Baby hook won't go for Smith. Rebound Rogers. He'll get it to Garrett. Garrett to Albrecht. Another 3 right wing. Yes, sir!
Oh, my goodness, Devin. I know we're only in the third quarter, but this could be whoever has the ball last wins.
Just like that, we're tied again at 47.
My goodness.
I think it's the 6th tie of the night, or afternoon, rather.
Oh!
It's a 3-for-all. As Charlie Smith buries it, nothing but the bottom.
Oh!
And a steal, and Stevenson can't hit the lay-in. Albrecht finally clears it. He's trapped. Gets it to Rogers. Rogers jump pass ahead. York had it stripped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Reds.
I got to say, that pass, though, by Boston Garrett was very creative. He had to get rid of that before he came back down, or it would have been a travel. Really good body control.
Garrett to trigger it in underneath their own basket. Redhawks lead the Reds by 3. Albrecht, pump fake, shot, no. Trying to find the angle off the window, and it just caromed off the rim, no good. Here comes Tanner Crane. Whips it down low. Back outside. Little triangle in the left corner. Now here comes Charlie Smith. He wanted to take one from Washington Fields Road. Instead, he gives it up. And they'll reset a little bit here. Out top is Holland. Right side now to Thane Thompson, who's checked into this game, and it's kicked out of bounds with 9 on the shot clock, or was it deflected out of bounds?
It was deflected out of bounds by Boston Garrett.
Not a kick, so it'll stay 9 on the shot clock. Crane looking, gets it in. Gilman back outside to Smith. They got to be aware they got 4 on the shot clock. And they're going to have to shoot something quick, and they do get it off in time, and they hit it. Tanner Crane with the triple. The lead is 6, and there was literally half a second on the shot clock when he left his hand. And here comes the pressure again.
Another 6-point lead for Bountiful.
Both teams are shooting the lights out of the threes here in the second half. Late third quarter, Red Hawks by 6. They lead the Reds 53-47. Kreitzer trap, dribbles out of it. And now a 3 from the left corner, and that's no good. Out of the hand of Camden Coronado, and now a loose ball foul. And they're going to call that one on Albrecht.
I believe on Albrecht, yeah. Yeah, and that's his 3rd personal.
So Stockton Albrecht has 3, and the Reds have 3 as a team. Just 2 team fouls for the Red Hawks.
I might have checked him out for this last 30 seconds for Stockton.
He is a senior. Coach trusting him not to get another one.
Yeah.
I'd attack him. Bountiful working it around. Now drive to the middle of the floor and a mid-range jumper. Beautiful by Tanner Crane.
Just a nice little flick right there in the lane.
Albrecht passes ahead to Kreitzer. They break the pressure. Kreitzer terminates. He's
2
doubled.
on the clock.
And we got a whistle and a foul on a reach-in before the horn expired, I believe, on Tanner Crane. So how much time will they put? A second on the clock?
Probably just a second, unless they're going to call it at the quarter. I think they're just going to call it the quarter. There should be a second left on the clock.
Going, let's keep it right here for a second.
They're gonna huddle up here. The referees, the officials are.
If the foul counts and came before the quarter, the foul is the foul, and there's got to be some time.
There's got to be a second on that clock.
And before they go to the quarter break, they should at least have to inbound it.
Yeah, they're going to put 1 second on the clock.
Okay. 55-47.
This is going to be a catch and release situation for the Reds.
Bountiful is up by 8. Cedar could really use a little alley-oop bucket here to try to take some momentum into the fourth quarter. Game 2 later tonight at 6:30. We'll have Crimson. Then at 8 o'clock, Dixie will be in action. They get it in and good if it goes, but it doesn't go out of the hand of Stockton Albrecht. All right, now we can take the break. Third quarter closes on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Bountiful 55, Cedar 47. We'll be back on the Fan Sports Network after this 30-second timeout.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
And I'll see you there.
Yeah, we're back. Fourth quarter, here we come. Bountiful has an 8-point lead over Cedar. Devin Dixon, Mark Musgrave. High school basketball presented by the Boulevard. By at the Boulevard. Great selection for the holidays. Couches, love seats, sectionals, washers, dryers, anything for your house, you can find it at the Boulevard.
Yeah, and I believe they have some special financing going on right now, too.
Santa saving days. Of course there's some specials going on.
Absolutely.
Go check it out. Kreitzer and the Reds have the possession here. Down by 8. Go to the corner to Easton Albrecht.
Reds... I'm not saying they need to score, but they need to score on this possession.
And
there we go.
Albrecht cutting, scoring it with the right hand on cue.
Yes. Nice cut by Albrecht.
Ahead he goes. On will pull it out. Get over to Gilman. Handoff from Smith back to Holland. Dane Thompson. And now back to Charlie Smith. Man-to-man defense applied by the Reds. Shot clock winding down to 14. Still moving it to Thompson. Thompson spin move, drive the baseline, nothing there shot-wise. So Crane will take a three, no good. Rebound fought for and controlled by Bountiful initially, and Cedar gets it on the floor. We got a foul on a push on Bountiful. A lot of hustle going on down there.
Yeah, there is. I heard some bodies hitting the floor from up here.
Who sings that? Let the bodies hit the floor. You know, that's a heavy metal song.
If it's not between 1980 and 1990, I don't know what song it is, Devin.
Okay. All right.
I have a few new ones in my playlist just for high school basketball and stuff, but
I don't know if it's Disturbed.
Oh, boy, I heard that body hit the ground too. Maybe we got this on replay. One of our Holbrook Asphalt replay. Boy, he hit the ground hard. Right, here we go. Oh, my goodness. His hip hit right on the S and the T for the Mustangs. Ty Bronson at the line. First one off the front of the rim, no good. So he'll step back up, regroup, and try to hit this second one here to bring them within 5.
Bronson free throw, no good.
Same spot that he hit the first time.
So the lead is still at 6. Bountiful has the advantage. Out top, Stevenson with it. Stevenson back and forth, and then gets it back, curls on a screen. No pass to Gilman. Now he's terminating the key, gives it up to Irene. Jumper won't go. Rebound Kreitzer. (55-49), Cedar with the possession. Every possession pretty critical here as we're ticking down to about 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hand off to Albrecht. And Stevenson's on the floor.
Yeah, he is. He's still down, Devin.
Did he get hedged, trying to hedge through that screen? Did he take a knee to the quad? Take a look.
He's still down.
Couldn't tell.
He is holding that quad, though. It looks like right when he initially went down, he was holding that quad.
He's still down. Hey, real quick, there's been some changes in the Gridiron University All-Star games. Now there's a change. The ninth grade game will still be December 31st at Dixie High School. But the 8th grade All-Star game and the senior showcase have been moved. One will be January 14th, the other one January 16th.
Oh, wow.
So there are some changes to the schedule. Again, check the website, giufootball.com, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Must have been some conflicts with coaches or players or something,
yeah.
Not sure. And that free throw, no good. And the next one from Albrecht, that one is good. 55-50 mark.
Yeah, Reds back to within 5.
Here we go.
Let's see if they can stop the Red Hawks on this possession. Maybe get it back to within a one-possession game.
Holland, spin move, and finishing with the right hand. He started out high, and now it's still by Eyring. He'll give it up, get it back. It's to Smith, to Holland,
He's
corner
feeling
three. Rattles out, no good. Rebound, and then a quick trigger shot. That is good. Number 5, Sawyer Crane with that bucket.
All of a sudden, a 9-point lead for Bountiful.
Yep, 59-50. Albrecht trying to change that with a 3. That won't go. And the rebound to the Red Hawks. They want to run. Eyring, Crane in the corner, all alone. Triple, no. Rebound Stockton Albrecht. Cedar needs a bucket here. Down by 9, approaching 5 minutes left. Pass down to Boston Garrett. Kick it out to Rogers. Rogers has not scored in this game. Albrecht. Kick it out to Kreitzer. Kreitzer straight away out by the logo at midcourt. Right hand dribble drive. And he is bumped, and they're going to call a push foul. And Kreitzer.
Yeah.
At least he's being aggressive. Kreitzer trying to get to the rack there and drew the contact. He'll be on the floor, though.
Looks like this, yeah. They're just going to be inbound the ball. No, actually, they're lining up for free throws. Is it? Whoa, it's 1-1.
Oh, you're right. I looked at the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Yeah.
My mistake. 17 fouls. And Kreitzer gets the first and earns the second.
Yeah, Cedar trying desperately to stay within this game. Bountiful trying to stretch that lead. And Kreitzer gets the second one as well, Devin.
He's had a nice game.
He
17
really
points. He leads the Reds. Bronson has 16, 33 between those two guys, though. And yet they trail by 7.
Yeah.
Got some work to do.
You know, that's the great thing about the shot clock, though, is that, you know, they're going to get more possessions.
Down inside. Kick it back out. Mid-range J, got it.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, if Bountiful still stays hot like this, Cedar's going to really have to work for it.
Albrecht has his pass stolen away. Here comes Eyring. Eyring has been so good defensively. Eyring to Crane off the glass. No. Offensive rebound. And I'll tell you what, Satuala has come in and got a couple of nice boards. And now finally Ty Bronson gets a bucket down low.
Yeah, rebound, reverse layup by the Cedar Red, big guy.
Holland drops it in, Satuala. Kick it back out to the corner to Eyring. Eyring jump pass, Holland extra pass to Crane. Crane lost the handle, but it goes right to Eyring. Eyring up and under, a strong move, and he scores it.
I don't even know what to say about that one, Dev.
Strong move, 63-54. I mean, it's well defended.
Yes.
He just ripped through, got to the rack. Bronson, corner 3 in the air, and it's
blocked.
A foul or a block? It is a block, and it'll stay with Cedar. Look at this closeout, Satuala. Yeah, I think it's a good call.
Yeah.
I don't think he got his hand. Coach Monk's signaling out what play he wants on the inbound. They get it into Bronson. Ty gives it to Kreitzer. Kreitzer lobs it low. Back to Garrett. Garrett off the window. Got it.
Nice.
Cedar still has life. 63-56 with 3 minutes and 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
They are hanging in there, but they need defensive stops right now. Bountiful has scored probably their last 4 or 5 trips down here.
Whip pass to Holland over to Charlie Smith. Smith back to Eyring. Eyring's had a good second half.
Oh, moving. Yeah, I saw that one.
Holland got caught on a moving pick.
So definitely Cedar gets the ball back here. Chance to get it within, well, maybe 4 with a 3-pointer. 5 with a 2. They're trying to cut back into this lead a little bit, get back into this game. As Bountiful's had a really good fourth quarter. Kreitzer for 3. Boom!
You First Credit Union 3 ball by Landon Kreitzer, and that's just what Cedar needed. And timeout on the floor with 2:47 left to go. It's down to a 4-point Bountiful lead, and we'll take a 30-second timeout and be right back. You're listening to High School Hoops here in the Coach Walk Classic on the Fan Sports Network and streaming on the fansportsnetwork.com.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC.
Bank, proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Hey, we're back. Devin Dixon, Mark Musgrave. Tight one here, 63-59. Bountiful leads by 4. Late fourth quarter here.
Cedar making a nice little run to get back in this game. I think they were down, down 9?
Yeah.
So they're back into this game after the first 3 quarters were back and forth, tied, and I don't know how many lead changes we had. Bountiful made a little run, got up by 9. Cedar's coming storming back, down by 4.
Stevenson got nicked up. He's back in the game now for Bountiful after a breather. Maybe a little massage therapy on the bench. I'm sure the team masseuse travels with Bountiful.
Cedar crowd getting loud over there.
Yeah, you got the freshman JV teams making some noise. You love to see it. Outside, working some clock. Now 10 on the shot clock. Bountiful's going to go. Spin move. Smith got it with the bank open for business.
He is feeling it down, though, with those spins and those hooks.
Carson Smith, he's got 13 on the afternoon. I guess it's still afternoon, right, Mark?
Yes, it is.
Inside Boston, got it. Boston Garrett with a little teardrop that kisses off the window and down through the net.
Cedar hanging in there. They need a defensive stop here.
Charlie Smith hoisting a 3.
Oh!
And that goes, and that pushes the lead back up to 7. Bountiful leading 68-61. Albrecht racing ahead. Offensive foul.
Oh!
Taken by Charlie Smith.
That could be the Bose Auto Park crucial part of the game where Cedar was trying to cut into that lead. And Bountiful
Let's look at this
charge.
again. Is he set?
No.
I didn't think so. He wasn't even square.
No, he was not.
He was like squinting sideways to avoid the contact, it almost looked like. That's a tough call that goes against the Reds. And we got a full timeout brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Back in 30 seconds here for the finish. 68-61 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. You listen to the Fan Sports Network.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
We're back live here. How about 20 for Kreitzer, 18 for Bronson, 12 for Albrecht, but he just got offensive foul called on him.
Wow.
12 for Stevenson, 11 for Sawyer Crane, 13 for Carson Smith, and 13 for Charlie Smith. So you got 4 guys in double figures for Bountiful, and they lead by 7. And they have possession. Smith waving everybody off, guarded by Albrecht. Sam Stevenson passes it to Smith, gets it back. Defensive chance coming. Are they saying do this? Do this? Or defense? Can't tell. Got a headset on. And a shot won't go. Rebound in traffic. Kreitzer. Kreitzer wants to push ahead. Kreitzer, just a junior, has had a great game so far in this one. They're going to need a little more from him or from somebody if they're going to win it, though.
And there needs to be a little more urgency for Cedar. I mean, you're down 7. You can't milk the shot clock. There you go. They lose it.
Yeah, just nobody really moving there.
Yeah, there was no urgency on the Reds' offensive possession right there.
Do you foul at this point? You're down 7.
I think you have to. You're
it's a
down
3-possession game.
Yeah.
You got to gamble, at least go for a steal. If you don't get it, maybe foul. They trap. Now the clock down to 15, and finally the foul comes.
Yeah.
Coach Monk's just like, what are we doing here? And he didn't like something. I don't know if he's unhappy with the officials or he's unhappy with his guys for not fouling sooner. They'll line it up, picket fence. And they go tip pass, but grabbed by Tanner Crane. He's trapped now, and he throws it away. Albrecht ahead, Garrett over to Kreitzer. He'll head fake. He's got a good look at a 3. Not this time. And Bronson bumps him from the backside. Foul will go on Ty Bronson. And I believe that might be Ty's. Let's see. I have him for 3. Oh, okay, it's 3. Thought maybe that was 4. And Bountiful now can try to play a little keep away. Cedar hasn't fouled yet. They finally do.
I kind of thought a travel on that, but they're not going to call it.
Call foul instead.
I kind of agree with Coach Monks there. I kind of thought he stepped out of that double team by traveling. But maybe the reach came first. Not sure on that.
So Tanner Crane,
here it is right here.
6'3" senior, will head to the free throw line. Does he?
Yeah.
before that foot came up, I think he was fouled. I think that's a good call. Coach Monk's fighting for his guys, though. You got to love it.
Yeah, for sure.
Free throw good by Crane. Bountiful's going to win this game if they make free throws here.
Yeah.
Too many precious seconds off the clock for Cedar.
Yeah, they just didn't play with any urgency with 2 minutes to go on the offensive possession side.
22 seconds left.
They were almost playing like they had the 7-point lead.
Crane hits a both. 70-61. Redhawks have the 9-point lead. Quick three in transition. Too strong back iron. Bronson goes up high for the rebound. And he comes down, and they say traveling. That's a quick travel call.
Well, he caught it, and he came down on his feet, Devin, and then he went down on his butt.
But the feet never came off the ground, did they? I'd love to see it again. Did the feet come off the ground here? Feet. Yep, they did.
Yeah.
The left foot came off the ground. That's a good call. I didn't notice that live. Great shot from Dusty Allen, our producer here on the live stream. And just a reminder, as this game is final, we got more games coming up. 70-61. Bountiful has beaten Cedar. It didn't come easy, but a nice solid win. And Bountiful is 2-0 in the tournament so far.
Yeah, they're playing well. They are a 5A team. I thought Cedar played really well for 3 quarters. It was a back-and-forth game. I don't know how many ties there were and how many lead changes there were in those first 3 quarters, but it was a tight game throughout. I kind of thought last possession wins, but it didn't come down to that as Bountiful kind of stretched it out in the 4th quarter. 41
points scored for Bountiful in the second half.
Yeah.
They got hot from outside. Obviously had to earn some freebies from the foul stripe.
Yep.
But Cedar goes down 70-61. The final on the Wilkinson scoreboard. We'll take a 60-second timeout, come back. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show after this.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit HolbrookAsphalt.com to discover more.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
First Ace Hardware is conveniently located in St. George on the corner of Bluff Street and St. George Boulevard with 30,000 square feet of lawn and garden, paint, tools, fabrics, sporting goods, and the most complete nut and bolt section in town. First General Store, the Big Ace store on Bluff and on Main
Dentistry,
Cedar City.
656-0511.
Welcome everybody into our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Dr. Cody makes your kids feel right at home with all your dental needs. New patient special, always going on over there. Call for details, 656-0511, 656-0511. The exam, the x-rays, the cleaning for one low price, just $79 for new patients at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Well, let's take a look at some of the final statistics here. It doesn't go Cedar's way. They lose 70-61, and that's because Bountiful just kind of had a balanced attack scoring the ball. 4 guys in double figures for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, for sure. Sam Stevenson with 12. Sawyer Crane had 13. Carson Smith with 13, and Charlie Smith with 13 as well. I really liked Carson Smith, especially in the second half. He had that little jump hook going, that little spin as well. Very difficult to defend. He looked really nice.
Yeah, and, for Cedar, only 4 guys scored in the second half. 6 guys scored in the game, but a couple guys like Nate Rogers just had 2.
Yeah.
So all your scoring came from really 3 guys. You had Stockton Albrecht with 12. Boston Garrett did chip in 7. And then you had 18 from Ty Bronson, and a great performance by Landon Kreitzer. He ended up with 20 in the loss for the Cedar Reds. Your stats brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors. And let's hand out some awards here. We will have a little bit of a break. We'll get you back to normal programming here on the Fan Sports Network, and then we'll be back about 6:15 with 2 more games coming up tonight. You got Crimson and Spanish Fork, followed by Dixie and Riverton. We got 2 down, 2 to go here on the Fan Sports Network, and 3 more tomorrow.
Yeah.
Starting at 10:30 a.m. with Desert Hills.
Right over there at Pineview High School, so make sure you get on over there. And, hey, if you like basketball, especially high school basketball, find one of these gyms, whether it's here at Crimson or over at Pineview, and just park there for the day.
Yeah, well, and no games at Desert Hills tomorrow. All the games are Crimson Pineview. Yep. Desert Hills is playing Maple Mountain at 6:30. Pineview is playing again tonight at 6:30. So we do have one other final score to pass along if you're just tuning in, heading home from work. Dixie did beat Logan earlier today. So a lot of region teams here in St. George in this tournament. None of them are playing each other. We'll save that for the rivalries when region play starts after the first of the year.
Yep.
Let's hand out some awards, should we?
Let's do it.
Start with our Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game. Let's name one for each team.
Okay.
I think it's Kreitzer for me for Cedar.
I do too, especially in the second half when he came out and hit those back-to-back threes. Gave Cedar a little bit of a lead. I mean, I know Bountiful came back and eventually took it back in the fourth quarter. But, yeah, Kreitzer looks really good. And the fact that we get one more season with him, too, watching him grow up and be a senior next year, that'll be a lot of fun.
He plays more like a wing, doesn't he?
Yes, he
does.
Than
a true post player.
Absolutely.
Like a Kyle Lemke.
Yes.
But he's going to have to body up and guard some guys in the block when it comes region play.
And reverse that, though. Lemke's going to have to go out and guard him on the three-point line.
And that's kind of what we saw in the earlier game with the defensive game plan. They tried to pull Lemke out of the paint. And spread the floor.
And Lemke was daring them to shoot the ball, and he just wouldn't. I can't remember 21's name off the top of my head. But Kreitzer will shoot it.
Yeah. You want to go Charlie Smith? Or, I think I've got something for Zach Irene. I thought he was your Morgan Pest Control defensive player of the game. I thought he did a really good job, got in passing lanes, got a bunch of steals. I thought he was your Morgan Pest Control defensive play of the game. He had multiple plays, hard to pick just one. Zach Irene, I thought, gave them a really good spark on the defensive end. So you got to go with either Sam Stevenson or Charlie Smith probably is the player of the game for Bountiful.
Sam Stevenson.
You like his game.
I really do. He is just feisty. He's
got a little
crafty.
banged up, came back.
Absolutely. I like his game, but I also like Charlie and Carson Smith's game, too.
Yeah.
He had a nice second half. I'm going to say that the Smith boys X each other out. I'm going Sam Stevenson.
All right. Sam Stevenson, your Hearst Ace Hardware play the game. Hey, Hearst Ace Hardware got some great gift ideas. You can go get one of those Bosch mixers. They're on sale. Biggest sale of the year at Hearst General Store. And you get a free cutting board. It's like a $70 cutting board as a free gift if you buy that Bosch mixer. Think about that. Just a gift idea. Throwing it out there. That's the kind of stuff you find at Hearst Ace Hardware.
Let me tell you something. Macy and I, we've had a Bosch for about 27 years.
And they
last forever.
You don't cook that much, though, do you?
Oh, I use it all the time.
I'm just kidding.
I'm the cookie maker, man. I'm the cookie maker.
Oh, I should have brought some cookies. I'm getting hungry.
I know, I should have.
All right, let's move on here. Let's go Zach Irene, Morgan Pest Control Defensive Player of the Game. Thank you, Morgan Pest Control, 60 for School sponsor. They're going to donate a bunch of money as they celebrate 60 years in business, serving Southern Utah with all your pest control needs. How about the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game?
Ooh.
I think it was kind of like the three-for-all for Bountiful. They scored 41 in the second half. I would say there was a flurry of threes, and it was a couple guys. Holland hit one, Smith hit one, the other Smith hit one. It was like not one guy, so it's hard to pick the playmaker play of the game in this one. But I'll go with that Smith three kind of midway through the fourth quarter when Cedar was still within reach. And they kind of pushed that lead up to 9, and they never really – they kind of, just kept it right there, 9-10 that whole way. And they end up, winning by 9, 70-61. So thanks to the boys at Sell GE, Shane, Jesse, and the guys at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. They might have some great Christmas gift ideas for you over there at AWP. Maybe you need a new laundry set or a washer dryer.
And they got one of the nicest showrooms in town.
Yep.
If you've never been over to AWP Appliance Wholesalers Plus, I highly recommend it. And you know what? You won't find better dudes over there. Yep. They are great dudes over there. They'll help you out and treat you like a wholesaler.
Jersey Mike, sub of the game in this one. Easton Albrecht came off the bench and did some nice things. I'm trying to think who else for Cedar that came off the bench, because Kreitzer and Bronson, Garrett all started.
All kind of.
There wasn't a ton of bench points, but I would say probably Easton Albrecht got some meaningful minutes in this game.
Yeah.
Pretty good with the ball. And they were pressing a lot, too.
They were. And on the opposite side of the ball, or for Bountiful, Satuala came in.
Satuala,
and played really well for the Red Hawks. So
let's go with those guys as your Jersey Mike sub of the game, a sub above the rest. You got to get it Mike's way at one of their Southern Utah locations. Thank you, Jersey Mike. So that's going to put a bow on this one. Cedar loses by 9 to Bountiful. This has been the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. Mark, final thoughts?
You know what? I was impressed with Cedar. Dixie was pretty much what I expected to be as far as talking Region 10 teams that we witnessed today, I'm excited for Region 10 play to start, to see how all these teams will match up and all the X's and O's that go into that.
The nice thing is the holidays always go by so fast, so enjoy it with friends and family, and then you got something to look forward to right after the first of the year.
Absolutely.
And we're going to have, some weeks, 2, 3, and some weeks maybe even 4 Region 10 games right here on the Fan Sports Network and streaming on our website. So we're going to be busy, but, man, we're packing 9 games into 3 days. We still got 2 more today, 3 more tomorrow. Again, our next broadcast will be at 6:30, and that'll be the Crimson Spanish Fort game, and then Dixie Riverton at 8 o'clock tonight.
And let's not fail to mention that we are the only station in town that has 2 local shows here, live local shows. You've got your show, The Drive, from 7 to 9, Monday through Friday, and Caden and myself from the bleachers from 4 to 6.
Yep.
So only station in town that has 2 local shows.
We love our local sports, cover it extensively, and again, more local sports coverage coming up tonight. And then a total of 4 games tomorrow, because don't forget, Utah Tech plays tomorrow night at home against Masters College, 7 o'clock. Rod Zund will have the call in that one right here on the Fan Sports Network. Again, the final on the Wilkinson scoreboard. It's a win for Bountiful. They're 2-0 in this tournament. They beat Logan yesterday, although Logan had to play them after playing a game earlier in the day. But they win that one, and then they turn around and win today against Cedar. Cedar is now 0-2, lost to Manti yesterday, and lose by 9 to Bountiful. Stick around. We'll get you back to regular programming, and then we'll be back on there right around 6:15, 6:20, getting you ready for Crimson, and then Dixie will immediately follow that Crimson game right here on the Fan. Enjoy your Friday. Happy weekend, everybody. We'll be back.